Welcome to Fitness Friday. Here's one of the great workouts I put together for one of my TRX classes. Enjoy. For the Pilates arm circles, you're going to roll out to an angle that feels comfortable for you. Make a circle out, float up in the center, making a nice straight line from fingertips to heels. Bracing your back, abs in tight. You're going to use the progressive squat to warm up the legs and the glutes. You're going to do 3 pulses at 3 different levels. Squeeze at the top. Make sure to brace the back. It's nice and straight. Shoulders back, chest out. Use these lunge presses to stretch and strengthen, pushing your hips and your knees down towards the mat, straightening out the other leg. Make sure to pinch the back and the chest to strengthen the upper body as well. Hip hinges also stretch and strengthen. You're going to kick one heel up towards the ceiling. In between, you're going to bow out, reaching for the wall, drop the chest, come up nice and straight, kick the other heel up towards the ceiling. Make sure to keep the abs tight as you kick. That helps with your balance. For sprinter starts, you're going to face away from your anchor. The straps go underneath your arms. Go into a deep lunge. You're going to hop forward as you knee strike to your chest. Exhale every time you do this. When you go into that lunge, hips should be forward. You're going to switch on to the other side and do the same thing. Make sure to keeping the hips forward still. Abs in tight. For this one, find your angle. You're going to do triple grip mid-row, keeping the elbows as tight as you can as you go through 3 hand positions, up, down, and facing in. It doesn't matter the order. Sweeping kicks can really pick up the cardio. Go into a reaching lunge position, knee goes over the toes, and you're going to roll yourself up to standing as you kick up towards the ceiling. Exhale every time. As you can see, we're just using one hand, but then we're going to switch onto the other side. Nice big reach. Don't worry about getting that knee to the mat. We want to reach it out. On this next one, we're focusing on our body stabilizer muscles. You're balancing on one leg. Make sure that foot is centered to your anchor so you have the best position for balance. When you switch on to the other side, again, make sure you have a nice, firm base before you start into your presses. Hips should be locked forward, belly button in tight. This next one is sure to pick things up. You're going to hold squat position as you go through movement. So you're going to go right, middle, left, middle, 2 jumping jacks, and you repeat. Make sure you're holding a sitting position, back is straight, shoulders back, chest out. Spider presses are a fun way to work your core and obliques. As you lower into chest press, you're going to crunch your knee up towards your elbow. Make sure you exhale every time you do this, pulling the belly button in. Hips are locked forward. Blast offs are a great challenge with the TRX. If you have a wall you can use, your feet will go on the wall. You're going to set your butt back like you're in child's pose. Stretching out the arms. You're going to push yourself forward into plank, lower yourself into a push-up, then sink back. Make sure the hands stay underneath your shoulders. If you don't have a wall, you can do this without the TRX as well. This ab burner is Pilates inspired. Your back is to the anchor. You'll press down on the handles. Use your triceps to thrust the legs up. Sit into a V crunch position where you're going to do 3 pulses, reaching your fingertips to your toes. When you thrust the legs up to the ceiling, you're stretching through the back, stretching the neck. You're going to be coming up to your shoulders. Do what is comfortable for you. Now we're facing the anchor. Feet are in the bottom cradles. Point your toes in the direction that you're facing. Lift your hip off the mat, going into side plank. We're going to do hip drops. As you lift your hip off the mat, squeeze the oblique nice and tight. Also pulling your belly button in. Make sure for the other side you flip around and do the same. We're going around the world with our lunges. Front lunge, side lunge, and then a back lunge. You're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Pushing the handles out. When you go into front lunge here, when you go into side lunge, the hip, knee, and heel should line up. Back lunge, that back knee should come straight down. Make sure to repeat the same thing on the other side. Do these for a set time of 45 to 60 seconds or a challenging number of reps. Try to shoot for doing these 3 times for a quick workout. 4 or 5 is best.